It's long time.
Hello everyone, welcome to our Stotra Bodha talk number 37. We're very thrilled today to invite our keynote speaker, Dr. Prashant Bhardhwaj, who's a Chief Advisory Officer and Advisor to Government and Industry, and he's also the Vice President of Waves India, Delhi. And our talk today will be on beauty and importance of Sri Krishna Leelamrutam Stotra. We'll start off with the Veda Kusumanjali, and we'll have Sangeetanjali followed by introduction of the speaker by my father, and we'll have the keynote talk, and then we'll have some concluding remarks and vote of thanks. Thank you all for joining, and we'll start with the Veda Kusumanjali. Shivarangaya, please.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah Harihi Om. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyemakshabhiryajatra Sthirairangaistustubhagam Sastanobhih Vyasema Devahitai Yadayo Swasti na Indro Vruddhashravah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedha Swasti nastachyo Harishtanemihi Swasti na Brahaspati Dadato Om Shanti 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 Om Agne Naya Supataraye Asman Vishwani Deva Bhayunani Vidvan Yujodhyasmad Juhurana Mena Bho istante nama bhuktim videma Om Shanti 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 Om Abrahman Brahmano Brahma Varchasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanya Shuraisha Bhyoti Vyadhi Maharato Jayatam Dogdrim Dhenur Voda Nadvan Asusaptihi Purandhipyosha Jishnarate Sthaha Sabheyo Yuva Asya Yajamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikame Na Pajjanyo Na Vashyato Palavatyo Na Oshadhayaha Pachantam Yogakshemo Na Kalpetam Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vakpranachkshuh Stotramatho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvo Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakaroto Anirakaranam Astu Anirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanisatsu Dharma Te Mahi Santo Te Mahi Santo Om Shanti 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 Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Namaste.
Thank you, Shivarangaya. Now I'll play the Sangeetanjali.
Namaste. Thanks for having me for today's program. I'll be singing a composition of Sri Mysore Vasudevacharya in Raga Biha set to Rupakatanam. Pahi Krishna Vasudeva Dehi Sagatim Pahi Krishna Vasudeva Dehi Sagatim Madhava Pahi Krishna Vasudeva Dehi Sagatim Madhava Pahi Krishna Vasudeva Dehi Sagatim Madhava Pahi Krishna Vasudeva. Ihitartha Bhava Suvibhava Ihitartha Bhava Suvibhava Drohi Kamsa Hara Keshava 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 Pahi Krishna Vasudeva Dehi Sargatim Madhava Pahi Krishna Vasudeva. Kantaradara Parishobhita Bandhuramani Bhushana Shata Kandaradara Parishobhita Bandhuramani Bhushana Shata Gandhavaha Soda Pujita Gandhavaha Soda Pujita Sindhu Shayana Suguna Bharita Gandhavaha Soda Pujita Sindhu Shayana Suguna Bharita Gandhavaha Soda Pujita Sindhu Shayana Suguna Bharita Kunda Kusuma Suvirajita Kunda Kusuma Suvirajita Mandahasa Suravandita Kunda Kusuma Suvirajita Mandahasa Suravandita Mandaradidara Muninada Nanda Gopa Sutta Sucharita Mandaradidara Muninada Nanda Gopa Sutta Sucharita Vahi Krishna Vasudeva Dehi Sargatim Madhava Pahi Krishna Vasudeva Dehi Sargatim Madhava.
Thank you very much. This is the song by Mysore Vasudevachar, a great musician, both in composition and singing. There are so many sishyas, and he has described in this song some of the important leelas, activity of Lord Krishna as a boy, Bhardhwaj. So very beautiful composition and singing also very good. Thanks to Anuradha Bhardhwaj, who lives in Indianapolis, USA. Thank you.
Yeah, so that was a great composition. So next we will have the speaker introduction by my father, Dr. Prabhakar, on beauty and importance of Sri Krishna Leelamrutam Stotra.
See, it is very a pleasant opportunity for me and duty also to invite the keynote speaker, Dr. Prashant, Bhardhwaj. He belongs to Haryana state and he is the Vice President of the World Association for Vedic Studies. And he has got a rich profile, and he has only a summary of that, and more than 20 years of experience in managing technology projects from uh, from technology projects, and he is a professor of Sanskrit also, and he is a government officer, and he has also helped in the project Saraswati River, and his biodata goes too long, and we have been in touch with him since a long time, but suddenly I thought Prashant Bhardhwaj would be the chosen person by Lord Krishna to speak about Krishna Leelamrutam, an interesting kavya, which is very popular. People sing also the songs and all that. So it is talking about Sri Bhagavan Krishna. Moreover, this Ravana Masam is also known for Krishna Masam, because in this Ravana Masam only Krishna is born on Ashtami day. And so when it is highly appropriate for us to remember Lord Krishna in this Ravana Masam of each year. And Leela is an interesting thing. It's a sportivity or activity. And we don't know whatever that Paramatma does it, all that can be described as the Leela, because there is a lot of meaning, symbolism, and benefit for the lokas. Only for Loka Kalyana, that Leela is taking place. And if human beings do it, they say it is a chesta. But chesta and Leela are two different things. But Krishna Leelamrutam, Rama Leelamrutam. So all the gods are taking the avatars upon the earth in order to protect, uphold dharma, and also to destroy all the opposers of that dharma, adharma nasha and dharmodharana. In fact, we in our Dashavatara Stotram and everywhere, we have the eulogy of Krishna, the last Purnavatara of the avatars of Lord Vishnu. There are, as you know, we have got 10 avatars. Among them, the conclusion of the avatars are the descendants of Paramatma for doing good for the lokas, when lokas are being tortured by the dushta shaktis or dushta rakshasas, dushta danavas, and especially in Dwapara Yugam, the Rakshasas are not specially available as much as in Ramayana, Kruta Yuga and Treta Yuga, but men themselves are Rakshasas. So to say, Manava Rupa Rakshasas. So Rakshasa Rupa Manavas, and they only look like Manavas, but all are Rakshasas. For example, you have seen Sisupala, Kamsa, and so many. Duryodhanadayaha. So Rakshasa Vritti, Rakshasa Buddhi, but Manava Swarupam. These fellows are also dangerous, and they try to oppose and negate whatever good is there. And actually, we have so many very prominent slokas which we are all using in our daily life. For example, the first, as my father taught me when we were writing the description of the Krishna, Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Phalake Vakshasthale Kaustubham Nasagre Navamuktikam Karatale Venum Kare Kankanam Sarvange Harichandanan Chakalayan Kanthe Chamukta Gopastri Parivestito Vijayate Gopala Chudamanihi. This is a beautiful description. Right in the morning, before you get out of your bed, you are supposed to recite this Kasturi Tilakam. How beautiful it is. You can imagine. Actually, it is a picturesque description. And when you recite this sloka, practically Krishna will come and stand before us. And this is the The Swarupam is the insignia of the Indian culture, that we should have the tilakam on the forehead and lalata palake and vakshasthale kaustubham, sammala, and sarvange harichandanancha, and the entire body is being smeared with harichandanam. And like that, in this description is so pictorial, and we can imagine how was Krishna like. Similarly, we have another slokam, Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kam Sachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. There also we have the exploits, the achievements, and the good that he has done for the lokas, all that is being benefited. Similarly, there is also addressals by that author Leela Sukha, who is actually Bilvamangala. I'll talk to him. And so he became Leela Sukha because he was so absorbed in the Krishna Leelas, Krishna's childhood. And so Krishna used to come to him. That he belonged to Kerala, but he lived in Mathura, as the story goes. And then he was composing this particular stotram, and Krishna used to be the joint author, as the legend goes. Only that Krishna approved, that is being recorded in this Leelamrutam. And so this sloka also is important. I want to recite. He Krishna Madhusudana Narasakha Srungara Ratnakara Lokadrohi Narendra Vamsadamana Lokeswara Devataneka Go Brahmanartiharana Nirvana Sandhayaka. So these are all some of the great achievements. Ultimately, what is Krishna being Purnavatara is Nirvana Sandhayaka. So Nirvana is the moksham. So he is a mokshakaraka. And like that, we have more than, there are 3 chapters in this particular book, and not my talking much. Actually, we have a wonderful enumeration of some of the important leelas or activity or mischievous activity. Actually, Krishna, as a boy, used to do some mischief and laugh by himself. And when he laughs, that itself is a great power. And mandahasa, and people like to, I mean, gods also like to see Krishna in various forums, and they all praise him. So we can just get a dhyana slokas, rather pictorial compositions, a large number of them in the Krishna Leelamrutam. And there's also another work like Krishna Karnamrutam. Generally, we confuse between Karnamrutam and Leelamrutam. But however, this day we want to focus on the various Krishna Leelas as depicted by this Bilva Mangala or this one. And moreover, life is really interesting. The turning points are, we don't know when, how, where, through whom people turn to be great philosophers, great bhaktas, great all these people. And this much I see, for example, there is a great Vaishya by name Chintamani. So this Bilva Mangala, he was very much fond of Chintamani, and she only advised at one point, if you happen to keep your mind 1,000th part of love that you are showing to me, and you upon Krishna, it will help, it will be beneficial for you. So taking her suggestion, and he just started, and he became a great bhakta, so much bhakta that Krishna used to come and sit in his lap and advise and make all that. Therefore, he became so much attached and also grateful to that Chintamani, a Vaishya. And so he starts this particular Leelamrutam complimenting that Chintamani Jayati, complimenting and acknowledging her inspiration for that. And then again, he mentions his guru Somagiri and his devotion towards the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Like that, the slokam there goes. And moreover, Leela Sukha happens to be, as we believe, that he belongs to 13th century, born in Kerala, but settled down in Mathura and all that. And so that Leela Sukha, because Sukha Leela, Sukha actually the Maharshi name, he is the Sukha, and he is the grandson of Vyasa Maharshi himself, and he is the one who narrated Bhagavatam in 7 days to Parikshit Maharaj. Actually, when Parikshit Maharaj, a descendant, last descendant of that Pandavas, he was cursed by a Muni that in 7 days Takshaka will come and bite him. So then because he's a Maharaja, he invited most of the rishis and other people to his court and requested that I want Bhagavatam or Krishna Leela or Krishna Amrutam to tell me, complete it in 7 days. So no Rishi agreed that to complete Krishna Leelas and all that Krishna Charitam in 7 days. But Sukha Maharshi, looking at the plight of this Chakravarti Maharaja, he came forward and said, yes, Maharaja, I do it. So in 18,000 slokas, in 12 chapters or skandhas, for this, he created that Bhagavatam, and that Bhagavatam has been a source of inspiration for a large number of bhaktas of Krishna. And I think this Krishna Leelamrutam is one coming out from the pen of this great devotee bhakta who got himself absorbed completely in Sri Krishna's Sri Krishna and Krishna Bhakti and Krishna's Tattvam and all that. So the Krishna Purnavatara, so he has come. He has fulfilled the desires of any and everybody, which he had could not do it in other avatars. For example, the Gopika Geetam or Gopi Vallabha, that is, there are so many people, gopis, they're called devoted. They forgot their husbands and they got themselves completely devoted to Lord Krishna. So Krishna Charitam is simply wonderful. And at no point we can object and criticize otherwise Krishna. And whatever Krishna has done is a Leela, is a sport, is a benefit and all that. So as we keep on reading, we come to note that. And so not much talking about this great Krishna Leela Amrutam, the text of running to large number of slokas, maybe about 300 and all that. And there are people hardly who can explain very well, or who can even introduce the Krishna Leela Amrutam text for the people. And suddenly, I don't know, suddenly it occurred to me, how not we have a Krishna Leelamrutam to be one of the things that have got to be done in the Stotra Bodha. Bodha, awakening through stotras, the wisdom and bhakti and all that to go towards the Paramatma, and also work out all that possible for us. So today being a wonderful day, that is Chaturdasi before Purnima, tomorrow Purnima, we are just remembering Lord Krishna, and we have got the Prashant, he is Prashant, Bhardhwaj, and he is actually now traveling from one place to other, but still he has logged on to give us some inputs and insights about the great work, which is highly inspiring to all of us, the Krishna Leelamrutam. And thank you very much. And there are translations also. So many translators are there. And one of them is one by name Saroja. She has done a wonderful job giving English translation, notes and all that. It has been published also. And so Krishna is a constant inspiration. Krishna Yanabarade. Even Purandaradasa tells that before, during, and after any act that we do in our journey of life, you just remember Krishna. Krishna Yanabarade. He says in Kannada, a song. So with these few words, I request Prashant Bhardhwaj to present it. Thank you very much. Welcome, Prashant. Is
Jai Shri Krishna. Are you able to listen me? Jai Shri Krishna.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Fortunately, I am just crossing Dharam Kshetra, Guru Kshetra. Lord Krishna, even his wisdom to the people,
you park your
word.
car for a while and then talk because the internet may be well. Just stop at a place for some time.
I am crossing Kurukshetra, fortunately. The place of Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Professor, my Guru also beautifully narrated the story of Vilmangala, Sasuka. If we see the life of Shri Krishna, it is full of thrill since its birth. Definitely, whether it is Leela, whether it is Ras Leela, whether it is all kind of colors, was completely Purnam in all the manners. His life since his childhood, even before birth, to till 8 and 9 years, before 10 years or 12 years old, all the Leelas, what happened in his life, and all the jnana, knowledge, wisdom, whatever he has given in the form of his Leela, we have seen many times when he was in others' form. Even then he started Leela. The beauty of his Leela is he has given all the message in very practical manner to the world. Even Ramadanda read all kind of, even all Purusharthas, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. He manifested it by his all karma. So, Krishna Leelamrutam, whatever we are talking today. I'm not expert of Bhagavad Gita. I'm expert of Krishna Leelamrutam. Very frankly, I'm saying. But fortunately, because we are entering in, it is the ending of Shravana Masa, and Krishna Janmashtami is very near, just 8 days from today. So we are very fortunate. We are speaking of the stutis and stotras of Shri Krishna Leela, Shri Krishna. I must say the last shloka of Gita, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Tatra Shri Vijay Bhutir Mama. So where is Lord Shri Krishna? All the Vijayas are there. There was some confusion between, even when yesterday I spoken with Professor Prabhakar. I never studied about Leela Sukha before. And can I narrate this story in Hindi also, sir?
If you can keep it to English, that'd be good.
Oh. Came into the association with the bad people and bad friends, Kusangati. When he met Chintamani, even there was a shroud of his father and his wife went to Chintamani's house, and she was very well sanskari lady. She requested Chintamani, today is Shraddha of my father-in-law, and Vishamangala should give last rituals to his father. So that's why I want to take him along with. And he requested so many times to Vishwamangala, but there was no effect on him. But finally, he gone. And halfway, a storm came and he fell into the river. And he just flown on the water of the river. And he tried to come across the bank of the river. And suddenly, a dead body that was flowing on the water, he thought it is a golden wood or something kind of thing, because it was dark night. So he gone along with the dead body by holding it tightly. And as he soon came to the near of the Chintamani's house, he found a knot kind of thing. And he went up and reached her house and knocked her house. When he really got shocked in this dark night and that talk to her. Then he narrates the story. I came by holding that wood and by a knot I climbed up and came out of the river. When she came out and she tried to see, then she found a big black snake to whom he was that was not a knot, that was a snake. And the wood, that was not a wood, that was a dead body of human being. Then she came to the Vilvamangala and abuses him, scolded him in many manners. She said, if you have that kind of affection with me, why not you have shown that kind of affection with Lord Krishna? After that, Vilvamangala realized what it was really an eye opener to the Vilvamangala, and he started to realize what he was doing till today. Then he touches the feet of Chintamani and told her, and affection Lord Krishna. After that, village to village, village to village, village to village. One day, he reached their home, where he saw a lady with the Mangala. Are you able to listen my voice? Hello.
Yeah, it is a little bit choppy, but we're able to hear.
Yeah. So he started to visit village to village, village to village, village to village. And one day he reached a nagari, a town, where he saw a woman, beautiful lady, young lady. And as the lady saw him, she goes inside to her house. But Vilamangala sat on her door and for a long time. After some time, her husband came. This person, Ramana, is sitting on his door. He said, "Who are you? And why are you sitting here?" He said, "I saw a lady in this house and I want to see her again." First he shocked. Why? How can you say this like this? How here are you? But again he thought, he is a Brahman. Definitely there must be something good in it. At the same time, he entered into the house and he told me, "Yes, I am calling my wife out." But as entered into the house, same time, God given him a spoken. "Oh, what I am doing? How can I do this?" So he broken two nails of sharp nails and before she came, in his both eyes and completely lost his vision. Why? Enough from this sharp nail of Bilva. So after Bilva, her name Bilva Mangala, and Srila Sukha, Srila Shuka, and not speaking Kavi Lila Shuka. His journey from south to from Kerala to north. And then he came to God given darshana, and he himself, God himself came to him as Mataji. Krishna is a character. It's not one story of पी गई मीरा विष का प्याला. Same thing happens with Meera. On a challenge of her husband, who was a king, and Meerabai was a queen of men. And she taken but that was not the first Leela. Purudasa, even in 16th century, he had to Tulsidas. One day fell into the well and he shouted, Lord Krishna. And people say, Lord Krishna came and he came out from the well. In the childhood of his Leela, whether it was the with Rakshasas, Putana, Bai, who come to him, to kill him. But try to feed him. They tried to feed him. But Lord Krishna Moka, why given a motion to him? Kill. But he said, "Oh, he gave her a respect of mother. That kind of Leela. And similar way in Rasa, with gopis, one day, all the gopis were doing a bath in an open place in the forest. And Lord Krishna was a small, 6, 7 old. What he did with her? He took away all their clothes and I did with and many people say, Krishna, what Krishna did gopis wrong. But he want to learn them a lesson. Woman should never bath outside, open. Whether he was himself a very good man. Teaching not simple, very simple. In Mahabharata, after the war of Mahabharata once ended, and he come along with Arjuna in a place. Mahabharata war was completed. After the completion of Mahabharata war, he took away a very distant place in a forest. So Arjuna where he asked Arjuna, how beautifully you fought, Arjuna. Can I ask Arjuna, who is the main hero of this Mahabharata war? Arjuna said, definitely it should be me. And a very loud, laughing voice, he suddenly hear Bhardhwaj, who was very loudly laughing. Then Lord Krishna, Arjuna says, ask to Lord Krishna, who is laughing on us? Why is laughing on us? So Lord Krishna says, he is the only evidence who can fairly say who fought the Mahabharata war. He is the only person in this who have seen the Mahabharata war completely, and he can fairly say who was the best Yoda of this Mahabharata war. Definitely, Arjun was thinking it should be me or my brother, Bhim or other. But when Lord Krishna asked from Barbari, and popularly now Barbari is known as with different name in north. It's a place Khatu Shama, after the name of Lord Krishna, and in Chudadhar it is Lord Shirgula, Shir from his neck only. After the cutting his neck, because he given Shishadana to Lord Krishna. So, but he requested Krishna, even after my death, I should be able to see Mahabharata war. So that's why I placed Chudadhara, where her head was kept, and he seen the complete Mahabharata war. So when he was laughing and Lord Krishna asked him, who is the best Yoda of Mahabharata war? Definitely Arjuna, said Arjuna. And Arjuna was also boosting himself. Yes, definitely it is me. Then he said, No, Arjuna, I have seen two things in the complete Mahabharata war. I have seen one is Krishna's Sudarshan Chakra, and another one arrow of Karna. I have seen only two Yodhas who were fighting the Mahabharata war. There was only two Yodhas. And Arjuna got angry. I conquered him. I killed him. How can be Yodha? Then Lord Krishna told her, said yes, and the Dhwaja said, now it's the time to come down. And the Dhwaja turned into a Hanumana. And he came down. Lord Krishna said, now it's your time to come down. Then Lord Krishna said to Arjuna, when Arjuna said, when we and Arjuna were fighting, so arrows of Lord, arrows of fall away the chariot of Karna. Many meters away. But Karna can only put 4 feet to 3 feet. Then Lord Krishna says, on which chariot, on which ratha, Lord Krishna is sitting. The Swami of whole universe is sitting. And Hanumana is sitting. No one even can put him a single inch away. So that was definitely was the Leela of Krishna. So Leela Amritam, definitely it's a nectar of Shri Krishna that is flowing in a manner from south to north and west to east, from Bengaluru to Chandigarh and America to India. So we all are feeling blessed today. Lord Krishna Vasudeva Janaki Ramana who took up Dashavatara, Lord Narayana, Bhardhwaj,
So, Bhardhwaj,
Service.
try to conclude your talk, ma, because you can
Guru
prepare it
Bhumi, Guru
because you
Bhumi,
are on drive.
Prisudak Bhumi, Prisudak Bhumi, Lord Saraswati, the Haridwara of Goddess Saraswati, and itself Lord Krishna, given his Ashirvada to the people of this Bhumi to get moksha. So we are definitely feeling lucky today. And when I'm talking today's lecture, in Dhamkshetra, some way Vedas, Jujutsuva. First, why Dhamkshetra? Vilva Mangala. Got the wisdom by the blessing of Lord Krishna. And he left the path of adharma and adopt the path of dharma. That is beauty of Lord. That is and it is the Lord Krishna. If you see his whole life, even Rakshasa's daughters were her his Stotra Bodha, daughter-in-law.
So, please conclude.
And her grandson,
Prashant,
I'm concluding. Sir. I'm concluding. Her grandson's wife, again, Rakshasa's daughter. They just every day, see one word of Gita, every word of Gita, the knowledge show us the path of dharma, path of karma, path of yoga, path of sayoga, dhyanam, meditation, all are within a man who is a sampurna yogi, sampurna karma yogi. So at the end, I am praying Lord Krishna Achyutam Keshavam Damodaram Vasudevam Namamyaham Vasudevam Namamyaham Vasudevam Namamyaham. Thank you.
Voice checking. Thank you very much. So, in spite of the condition which you are now driving and reaching some place, and moreover speaking from Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra, and there is a Yutsavaha, as you say in Gita, all are very enthusiastic. And so this Karnamritam cannot be completed, as you said, in a few minutes or 1 hour. It's a large bhakti-ridden, rasa-ridden text. So
Yeah.
just as a part of complimenting Dr. Bhardhwaj, and also thanking him very much, I just like to add one or two slokas from the Krishna Karnamrutam. The opening sloka itself will tell about the sweetness, about what we have to have. And I just read the sloka for Chintamanirjayati Somagirihi Gururme Siksha Guruscha Bhagavan Sikipincha Maulihi Yatpada Taru Pallava Sekhareshu Leela Swayam Vararasam Labhate Jayasri. So here Jayati Shabda is there in the very opening, that Chintamani is the favorite girl or woman because of whom there was a great sea change in his life. And in fact, not only this Bilvamangala to become Leela Shuka, the same is a story with Tulsidas, who wrote such a wonderful work, Ramacharita today Ramayana, and it's a very important work. And Hanuman Chalisa therefrom also is popular. In fact, when the river was in spate, then he crossed that river, taking a great risk, and wanted to meet his wife, who was on the other side of the river. And there, looking at the plight and the risk that he had taken, the own wife, Dharmapatni, took pity upon him. Yeah, whatever love and affection and all that you have on me, and also taking such a risk to cross a river in great spate, that much affection and commitment, you do it for Krishna, and that will happen, and Rama and all that. So Tulsidas took that as a turning point, and he became a great bhakta of Rama, Anjaneya, and so on. And so that is a different matter. Again, so in English, in Western country also, we have a great philosopher like Plato. When he was a college student, he loved a girl, and so too much. But when he actually proposed her, she said, "You are ugly. You don't deserve to be my husband." And like that, she described and detested him. He became a great philosopher, the Plato. So there are so many turning points. Here also, this Bilvamangala, who turned out to be Leela Shuka, taking the name of the Shuka Maharshi, who actually gave the Bhagavatam to the world, and which is a moksha grantha to all. Ramayana is all in all the story of the Ramayana talks about Ramavat Vartitavyam Naravanavatu, that is your behavioral excellence, that you should be always like Rama is there, and in not never any time being infatuated to the pleasures of life, and more like Ravana. No, even in Mahabharata also, that Duryodhana is and Dhritarashtra committed to the land. They don't want anything in the world. So that is also a kind of mosam, and Krishna was the teacher to that, and he gave preference to that. And in Bhagavatam, Krishna himself speaks. If there are only 700 slokas, where in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Uvacha, no Krishna Uvacha, but in Bhagavatam, in plenty number of times that Krishna spoke, and Krishna Gita. Here, the Leela Sukha is the mouthpiece of Krishna, more so to describe the sportivity of the childhood, and ending up to last. So whatever Krishna did. So here, and this Leela Sukha tells that Somagiri is the Guru, and Sikipin Chamavali Krishna is the Siksha Guru, and by resorting to the devotion and description and imagination and dhyana of the feet of this great, great Krishna, we are all getting the Leela Swayambara Rasam. See, Leela Rasam, that is, it is a really pleasure, enjoyment, and Amrita Rasam, it is called. Leela Rasam is otherwise called as Amrita Rasam. We are able to definitely get it. And it's called Swayambara. The word Swayambara is fascinating for us because Swayambarayati. That is, you need not seek after, rather, the rasam or the leela or the grace of Krishna will seek us. So, in this manner, we have so many rapturous slokas. By reading them, our bhakti upon the feet of Krishna will enhance. And Krishna also has promised, as you know, in Bhagavad Gita, Name bhaktaha pranasyanti. That is, never those who devote to Krishna in a manner or otherwise, whatever be the manner, they all do not perish, they all get a moksham. So those who do not remember, do not devote to Krishna, they suffer. Duryodhana and Arjuna, we have got a grand example. When war was declared, and Duryodhana requested Krishna, who is a Sambandhi, because Krishna's son married the daughter of Duryodhana, so they are relations that way. So he asked Krishna, why not you help me in the Mahabharata war to defeat the Pandavas? Then Krishna offered, there are two alternatives, Baba. Even Pandavas are also there, they are my nephews, as much as you are. So whoever comes first and asks, and whomever I see first, then I will give the preference whether to choose me or my Sainyam. And that's also Krishna Leela exactly, Amrutam it is. And also he is told, I will not hold any weapon in the war. I will just be there within the war. And I don't know warfare also much as you are all. So this is the position. Choice is left to you. But when Duryodhana went to his place, Krishna's place, and Krishna was pretending that he was in deep sleep. But Duryodhana felt, there was one chair at his feet and one chair only at his head tie. Then Duryodhana said, why I should sit at his feet? So I should sit at his head area. So he sat at the pillow side where he was reclined, he was sleeping, or say supposed to be lying down flat. Then Arjuna came late. But when Krishna woke up and he saw Arjuna first, so Krishna said, Arjuna, choose. You are the first person who is seen by me. Then Arjuna is not that much bad. He said, no, my brother Duryodhana came first. So please give me choice first. Then Duryodhana asked for the army, Yadu Sainyam, and Krishna granted. And Arjuna was also told, I don't hold any weapon. Arjuna told, it doesn't matter. You be with me. Yatra Krishnaha tatra vijayo bhuti. And I am the worker. You are the director. So we'll do it. This one Leela. And again, Dasamaskandham of Bhagavatam contains a large number of Krishna Leelas and Krishna Charitam and all that. In fact, that Vyasa Maharshi got peace of mind when he wrote Bhagavatam. At the very outset, when looking at Valmiki Maharshi, Vyasa Bhagavan was so distressed. Look at Valmiki Maharshi, he wrote only one book, Ramayanam, and he's always happy. Ram, 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 he's reciting. He has not got any kind of a change in his mind and happy absolutely. Whereas I have written 18 Puranas, divided the Vedas, and so much work I have done. but I have no peace of mind. Then Narada told him, Aya, you have done such a voluminous work, but you have not given to anybody one idea. There is no one vakyam, single vakyam. Whoever are, whatever they are, you have taught them how best they can be either hopeful or hopeless. Duryodhana, loving land, got perished. And Dharmaraja, loving dharma, he became succeeded. And but Arjuna and Bhima, these are the two people. They not only loved Krishna, but they were strong devotees to Krishna. They surrendered everything. Sasyasteham sadhimam prapannam. That means surrendering any and everything, all ego and all this Arshadvargas in as kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada mahatsarya. Then Krishna really loved them. Even in between, that's again a Leelamrutam. In Krishna, Arjuna and Bhima, when Arjuna asked Krishna, who is your best bhakta among we the brothers? Then Krishna said, Bhima is my best bhakta, because then Arjuna asked, what? All the 24 hours I am with you, I am calling you Krishna, I am with you and you are with me. How could that? Then Krishna said, no, though he is not with me, your brother, wherever he is, he used to remember me and make lot of puja and offer flowers. So I'm not able to stand the weight of the flowers that are offerings that Bhima gave to me. You never gave me cup of coffee. Though I'm constantly with you, you never took me to a restaurant, nor fed me anything. So how can you be a best bhakta? You only derived a lot of help and strength from me, but not anything that you have given. So you are second. Only your brother Bhima is first best. Then Arjuna was so stunned, and that's why Arjuna was only granted Sakha Bhakti. Among the Navavada Bhaktis, this Arjuna and Krishna is only Sakha. Sakha cha, Sakhyascha. So all that is there. So if you keep on talking about the Leelas, they go a long, long, long way. In fact, while he was a boy, he has done a lot of miracles. In fact, it was a single finger. He was able to lift up the Govardhana mountain. That's also beautifully described by Leela Sukha in the Kavya. And the Garvam, or the pride of that Indra, was subdued, and Indra ultimately came and then prostrated to the feet of Krishna. Actually, Indra was thinking, after all, he is nobody, he's just a boy, and he's a human being. How can he do anything? But like that, Garva Bhangam has been done to so many people by Krishna. And even Shishupala was also one who is this auntie's son, Shishupala and Vakradhan. So both of them are finished because, and actually Krishna had 4 aunties or 4 Menattas, and among them Kunti is one, and only he is the only one who has given a lot of support for Kunti Putras. Kunti Sutta Palanam. In one sloka, the entire Leela of Bhagavan Krishna is summarized. That is, where he is born. And one sloka was there to talk about the entire Bhagavata. Sri Krishna Leelamrutam. That's what it said. So, Veda anuddharate jagannivahnute bhugola mudhruchyate. Like that, there are hundreds and hundreds of Leelas of Krishna. And at no point Krishna is being criticized by anybody. All time, everybody is enamored and charisma like. All people are really enamored. More so the Gopikas. The Gopika Geetam, or even in Krishna Lila Sukha, and in Narayaniyam, we should mention another Krishna Bhakta is Narayaniyam, that Bhattadari from Kerala, and Krishna was visible to him. The Pasyami, he ultimately, as he nearer concludes the Narayaniyam, that Bhattacharya says, Agre Pasyami, Aya Krishna, I am visualizing you, and as I see you, I am going to describe you. That is the Bhakti Parakashta. Even in case of Muthuswami Dikshitar, a great Sri Vidyopasaka, and when he was composing so many kirtanas, as he composed, so Devi appeared to him. And therefore, and moreover, raga, tala, everything followed him. And then there, what as Kalidasa said it, vacham arthonudhavati, artham vachonudhavati anta. In case of Dikshitar or this Leela Sukha or Viramangala or anybody, great bhaktas, the artham will go after the speech and writing of the great bhaktas, rather than they imagine the artha and write down. So the otherwise, even for Kalidasa also, or this Valmiki, Vyasa, Kalidasa, Mukhyaha Mahakaviswaraha, all these people are with the divine. And in fact, Leela Sukha himself says that Krishna used to come and check and verify the compositions made by Bilamangala, and only when he says, good, you can put it. Like that, we have got more than 300 slokas in the Krishna Leelamrutam, only focusing on the Leelas. You know, we all know that Krishna is fond of butter. So, for sake of butter, he used to go all round. Then there are so many things. Even in Krishna Leelamrutam also, when he put his hand inside a butter pot, and suddenly that lady of the house got up and wanted to catch, or she held the hand of Krishna very tight, not leaving. But so Krishna had wonderful explanation what he is doing inside, and finally picked up the butter in that and disappeared in no time from that. So the gopikas are simply enamored of that, and they enjoy. And when the boy, as a boy, Krishna was given after Potana's killing by small Krishna, well, all gopis were so concerned. All of them removed drishti. You know, the ladies are very fond of removing the drishti. Oh, that the Putana Rakshasi, and what she did, she tried to suckle Krishna, and she suckled her life itself. So, like that, when we keep on talking about Krishna Leela, every Leela is Amrutam, nectar, as our Prashant said, that Krishna Leela is Amrutam, is simply nectar, and anybody would have that kind of attachment to that Leela of Krishna. And therefore, he said that the Krishna ultimately played innumerable roles. That's why he's called Sampurna. He's a Dhyana Yogi, Karma Yogi, Dharma Yogi, and Bhakti Yogi, and so on and so forth. And one more point we should note, Krishna is observing the behavior of all people. Dharmaraja suffered and has to go through war, has to go through hell before going to heaven. But the fact is, Dharmaraja believed only Dharma. He never believed Krishna at all. When he was given invitation to participate in the dice play by Duryodhana for second time, he told his brothers and Draupadi and all people not to inform Krishna that he accepted and playing that. Therefore, Krishna was not there, he got defeated. And Draupadi also asked, Krishna, why did you delay protecting me in the open court when there was Vastrabhanga is being done? Then Krishna told, Amma, I was there only in the Sabha, but you said, Krishna Dwaraka Vasa, protect me. I had to go to Dwaraka and come back to prove your prayer that I cannot immediately appear. So like that, the dialogues of Krishna with number of characters also is very fascinating for us. Therefore, Adharam Madhuram, even the same thing he says, Adharam Madhuram, Hasitam Madhuram, Sakalam Madhuram, Madhuradipatehe. Even we got Jai Govind, we have to remember Gita Govindam by Jayadeva. All the Rasa Krida, Meghair Meduramambaram Vanabhuvaha Syama Vanabhuvaha Syamaha and Yamuna Tire. So the Yamuna Tira has become the venue, as Bhardhwaj also mentioned, Yamuna River, and that became the venue for Krishna to have Rasa Leelas. In Narayaniam also we have got. So today is a very, very unfortunate day where we are trying to recapitulate all the Leelas which have been pointed out by so many authors like Bhattatiri, Vyasa Bhagavan, and Sukha Maharshi, and this Bilva Mangala or Lila and so on and so forth. All these people are great bhaktas, even Tulsidas and see Ramalila, they call it. So all these are great, great devotees with whom the Krishna was a very good friend, is a participant, and all that. In fact, it is said why Hanuman had to write down that Hanuman Chalisa, which is so popular and lakhs of times the Hanuman Chalisa is being recited and programs have been done, because the story behind is that Tulsidas was being punished, was in the court, and the king who was who ordered severe punishment. One koti, more and more number of monkeys came, and the king and all people could not stand. And then the Mahima of Tulsidas was understood, and that Tulsidas made this Chalisa, and with that he made a miracle about it. So that's why of all the entire Tulsi Ramayanam, this Hanuman Chalisa became highly popular in all over the globe. So like that, today we are having some good time because of Prashant, and of course Sri Mahalakshmi to Siddharam, Sri Mahalakshmi was to come. I don't know whether she is there or not, what condition. But now we have got our Kirtivasan also to be able to give us some comments and then conclude the wonderful program on Krishna. And see, the Stuti, because Bodha, because what is the Stotras? Because Vedas are tough for us. Nobody can like Vedas like gold. It is hard for anybody to like gold as much as people like the Uma gold. So all people would go after the pseudo ornaments which look like gold. But real gold is really great. And like that, these are all great, great works when we read some. That's why even Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says that you read all entire 18 chapters, no time, at least padamevacha, one verse of or a word from Bhagavad Gita, because it is mokshadayakam. So that way, the stotras, Bhagavad Gita or this so many stotras have got a great bodha. What kind of bodha or awakening it gives us? It is called Atma Bodha. Who you are, what is your goal, where you have got to go with, all that is being given to us. Even Vishnu Sahasranama also is a bodha. So in this manner, we remember Lord Krishna. When Vishnu Sahasranama was given, Krishna was the chairman. In the presence of Krishna, Bhishmacharya gave the Gita, Bhishma Gita, it became also before Krishna. So thereby, this Krishna Leelamrutam by Bilva Mangala is having 3 chapters and wholly 317 or some slokas are there. So making namaskaram to Lord Krishna, because we are reaching up the Krishna Janmashtami, the happy birthday of Krishna. He is born on a dead night at 12 o'clock on Ashtami day in the jail. And all these things are all symbolic. And in fact, when after 14th year, 15 years, when after killing Kamsa, when he goes to meet his mother, Devaki, first question mother asks, Ore boy, Ore Krishna, I saw you when you are just born in the mind. I have not even clearly seen because I delivered you. But now you are coming. How you forgot me for this 14 and odd years? How is it possible? Then Krishna answered, Amma, I am not responsible for that. You only made me to go away for 14 years to another mother. To another mother. So you are Kaikeyi in my previous avataram as Rama. Kaikeyi as you sent me 14 years away. So no wonder, Ma, even in this avatar also, you being born as a Devaki. And Devaki happened to be the 14th wife of Vasudeva. And he chose to be born to be to have that Vasudeva Devaki as mother, and 14, 1 plus 4, 5, flexible, adjustable to all numbers. So like that we keep on talking about Lord Krishna. So Krishnaya Tubhyam Namaha. So I ask our Kirtivasan to make a vote of thanks and comments. Thank you very much.
नमस्सर्वेभ्यः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. Thank you, Guruji, and thanks, Prashant, Shri Prashant. It was, as Guruji said and explained, it's a very nice topic to begin with, right? The Krishna Avatar Leela. So so when you look at Krishna Avatara, right? Is it all stories, or is there a tattva behind it, right? Is there a tattva behind all his Avatar Leela, right? So we should know why should we know the tattva behind this Avatar Leela, right? So that's what Bhagavan himself says in Bhagavad Gita, I think chapter 4, 9 sloka. Janma karma cha me dibhyam evam yo veti tattvataha Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti sojjuna. So he says, "O Arjuna, he who knows my divine birth and the true tattva behind my avatara, right? Upon giving up his body, he comes to me. He's not born again." That's what he says. So that's the significance of understanding one trying to understand his true avatara leela, not with a tamoguna, where we just see, we think he's born as a man, and he did all his leelas and all. No, we have to look at it from the sattva guna, not from a tamoguna perspective, right? So that said, Guruji, do we have few minutes? I also captured.
Yeah,
Okay.
please come out.
Okay, thank you. So so very high level, right? There are a lot of leelas that he did during his avatara. To very high level, there is a Damodara leela, there is a Brahma Vimohanam, and then there is a Kalinganardhanam, right? Govardhanagiri, Govardhanagiri Dari, and of course the Rasa leela. Right. So yeah, very high level. If you look at it, Damodara Leela, what he does, right? Even the one that even the great yogis and the rishis and munis and all trying to go behind and trying to understand the Parabrahman, the Patatwam, right? Parampurul, right? They're trying to reach. They cannot. But while Yashoda, being his mom, could easily run behind and catch the Parabrahman, right? Like Krishna. Right, so that's what that's the easiness of when you fall at his feet, you can really attain that Parabrahma moksha, right? And that's what it says in the Upanishad also, right? Eto acho nivardhante aprapya manasa saha. The one who is trying to reach, the one that even words and mind, mano and vak, that you cannot reach. But Yashoda could catch hold of him. Even in Narayana Shuktam, as we all know, Etchakinjit jagat sarvam drishyate shruyatopi va andar bahishcha dat sarvam vyapya narayana stitha. So right, so that's the, Yashoda could easily catch the Parabrahmam and time, type thing, right? So that's the Damodara Leela that he showed the world. And then the Brahma Vimohanam, other story in Bhagavatam, it's a very interesting story, right? Once when Brahma comes to earth and he wants to play with Krishna, being Krishna goes out, typically goes out with his friends and the cows and calves and all, right, in the field. Brahma tries to play with him, so Lord Brahma, tries to hide some of the cows and calves in a cave, and so his friends comes to Krishna and then say, some are missing. So Krishna says, okay, let me go find them, and while you guys be safe, right? So while he goes tries to find that missing cows and calves, Brahma hides his friends also in the cave and makes them faint and all. So and then Krishna knows this, right? So then but he still comes back home with all the cows, the missing cows and calves and all his friends. So Brahma is wondering, how is this possible, right? So I kind of hide them and make them faint in a cave, but still Krishna could still be with everyone, right? So that's what the Upanishad says. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. He made everything looks like him. So that Maya that he played, Brahma had no words to, So Brahma then understands. Okay, I cannot just play with him. He is it's one of the Avtara Leela. Then the Govardhana Giri, right? Again, if you have to look at it from, how can a 7-year-old boy, can hold the mountain, big mountain, right? If you look at it from a Sattva Guna, right? He says, Maya Tattamidam Sarvam in Bhagavad Gita, right? All this world is pervaded by me in my unmanifest form. Every beings exists in me, but I don't dwell in them, right? That's the way he says, right? So he can hold the earth and Andacharacharam in his, in him. Why not? He can, why can't he just, get the mountain in his small finger, right? So that's another way of looking at this avatar lila. So again, it's all, we should look at it from a sattva guna, not with the tamoguna. Then the gopika vastra baharanam, right? So easily people comment, right? He took gopikas clothes and all, right? But there is a beautiful significance behind it, concept behind it, right? If you look at it from Upanishad, there is a Panchakosha that all his lila is to, if you want to understand the true inner self, Atma, Jnanam, right? You have to get rid of this Panchakosha, the Annamayam, Pranamayam, Vijnanamayam, Manomayam, Anandamayam. So once you get rid of this Panchakosha is when you try to understand your true inner self. That's what even Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Nanyar, who am I, right? So he says, when you get rid of all these panchakoshas, it helps you understand the true divine in yourself, whereby you go merge with one the Bhagavan, right, the Parabrahma, right? So that's the another way of looking at is the Gopika Vastrabaharanam. And finally, the Rasa Leela, as you all know, as even Prashant, Shri Prashant covered, and Guruji also covered Rasa Leela. It is very easily said, on a Paurnami day, Yamuna Nati Thiram, Krishna plays with Gopikas, he plays flute and dances with the Gopikas and all. But if you look at the true way, the sattva, in a sattvic way, it's like, it's defined. The Gopikas are the thoughts and Krishna is the Chaitanya, right? So every Gopika, Krishna, Chaitanya as a Chaitanya Rupa, right? He is between two Gopikas. So for you to understand the true self or the Parabrahman, the highest Parabrahman, right? You need, there is thought behind everything. Okay, and you need to go behind the thought, catch that thought, but then Chaitanyam is with it. Once you understand the Chaitanyam, the Krishna, the Rupa, who is the Chaitanyam, right? You drop the this thing, the thought, and then you try to get elevated. So that's the way it's defined, right? So at the end of the day, it's all how you surrender to Lord Bhagavan's Krishna's feet, and understanding his avatar and Leela, and tries to attain the moksham is what I see, and I thought I would share. Okay, but again, thank you, Guru, for all the opportunities, and again, blessed to be part of this satsang community. Thank you again, and thank you all for the time.
So thank you very much that we have had some time with Krishna Leela, Krishna Utsava, and Krishna, everything Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So now we can conclude our program with the Shanti Mantram. Sivalingaya, are you there?
Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Hariye Paramatmane Pranata Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namah Krishnaya Yadavendraya Jnanamudraya Yogine Nataya Rukmineshaya Namo Vedanta Vedine Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumara Govindaya Namo Namah Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnan Vande Jagadgurum Om Shanti 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavai Tejasvinavadhitamastamavidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Markaschid Dukkha Bhagavate Shanti Shanti Hari Om Tat Satam Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamasta Shri Vasudevarpanamasta Shri Veda Purusha Ashirvadostu Om Shri Matru Charanaravindarpanamasta Om Tat Sat Hari Om Namaste.
Thank you.